This video is brought to you by Pahrump Valley Air Conditioning and Heating, 775-727-7488.
On January 7th, sheriff's deputies responded to USA Towing to inspect a vehicle. Later, they were told that the vehicle owner was there, and they returned to interview him. Warren Groom, the vehicle owner, allegedly stated that he last saw his vehicle at 8 p.m. When he went to take his trash out at 11 p.m., he discovered his car was gone, and he did not know who took it. Groom stated that he had owned the car since 2016 and was current on his payments. Groom said he called 911 to report the car stolen and also filed an insurance claim. Deputies were suspicious that the vehicle was involved in a crash and confronted Groom with that suspicion. They told Groom that if he told the truth, the problem could be worked out. Groom allegedly stated that he had been driving too fast and he struck the curb on Mountain Falls Parkway. He said that his airbag deployed and caused him to lose control of the car. Groom allegedly said that he was driving the car at the time of the crash and that he had been drinking. He said he had a friend following him home before the crash because the friend didn't want him to drive because he'd been drinking. He refused to give the name of that friend but called his wife and asked her to tell the truth about what happened to the car. Diane Groom allegedly said that she was aware that her husband had completed a false police report and false insurance claim. Because of Groom's cooperation, he was told that he would not be charged at that time, but he agreed to surrender in the near future for arrest. He was asked to check in with the deputy and was given a phone number to call. On January 11th, Groom called to check in as agreed. He said he was recanting his admittance of the false report and false insurance claim. Groom agreed to meet with deputies on January 12th to give a new statement. He failed to make contact. Deputies continued to try to make contact with Groom, leaving messages to meet for him to surrender as agreed. He had failed to answer the calls and would leave off-hours messages with dispatch saying that there is no probable cause for his arrest and he would not cooperate any further. On January 20th, while on the way to Groom's residence to arrest him, he called deputies and said he refused to cooperate any further. When deputies arrived at his residence, Groom responded from inside the home but refused to open the door, saying that he was calling his attorney. Deputies asked Groom's wife to open the door, and when she refused, they were told that both would be under arrest for resisting a peace officer. They still refused. After approximately 13 minutes, Groom opened the door and came outside where he was taken into custody. Groom's wife, Diane, was also informed that she was under arrest. She slammed the door closed, but a deputy blocked it with his body and took her into custody. The investigation determined that Groom crashed his vehicle into an unattended property and left the vehicle without notifying law enforcement. He then completed a false police report and insurance claim. The investigation showed that Groom's wife knew and participated in the false report and filing of the false insurance claim. Both were taken to Pahrump Detention Center. Warren Groom was charged with duty to stop at an accident with attended vehicle, false report of a crime, insurance fraud, resisting a public officer, and conspiracy to commit insurance fraud. Diane Groom was charged with false report of a crime, insurance fraud, conspiracy to commit insurance fraud, and resisting a public officer.